So I know for a fact that probably a lot of you guys have heard that curls are for the girls. And while that is partially true, there's actually a part of your arm that is actually extremely attractive to girls based on studies, just girls that I've talked to, guys that I've heard have said girls say that to them. And that is your good old forearms, baby. The good old powerful forearms. They really are underrated, and you might not and really probably are not directly training them. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's because you are already partially training them. You're just probably not targeting them in your training. And kind of forgot the intro. Welcome, guys. This is Brian, your National Academy of Sports Medicine certified personal trainer and nutrition coach. And this is the Hall of Gains, my YouTube channel, where I give advice on diet and fitness and exercises. So diet, nutrition, all of that. But, you know, curls are for the girls, but these forearms, man, I always get, you know, my forearms are not like, I wouldn't say top tier. I'd say they're pretty good though. But if you have, you know, big biceps, big triceps, big shoulders, but you don't have, you know, you have a small forearm, you don't have a good one, it's going to make your arm look overall smaller. And this is another thing is, you know, I hear girls say, oh, they want to be held, they want their man to wrap their arms around them, but your forearm is going to be the one that it's going to be right in front of them. So, and then when you have your arms crossed with your forearms, when you're wearing a shirt, like a t-shirt, your shoulders are going to be covered, your biceps and triceps are going to be partially covered. So your forearms are what are going to be visible. So if you have good forearms, you're going to show off your arms, and your arms are going to look better in a t-shirt than most people. So I heavily suggest to train your forearms. Now, when you do bicep curls and you do a bunch of different exercises that involves, you know, gripping a bar, you will actually be working your forearms. It's just not directly targeting them. You know, they're not going to be the prime mover of that lift, but they will get exercise through that. So there are a few exercises that I'm going to show you that you can do to help, you know, put on muscle, make your forearms bigger, and yeah, it's going to make your arms look overall bigger. I know a lot of people, they don't train their forearms directly. They only train their biceps, triceps, and if their forearms look small, your arms are going to look overall smaller. It's not going to look great. So it's important to train your forearms, and it's also good to train your forearms because then you can also train your grip strength. And if you have good grip, it's going to make it actually even better for your other muscle groups. If you do a deadlift or a rack pull and you don't have good grip strength, it's not going to be great for your overall, you know, workout. If you have good grip strength, you can, you know, focus more on your back for the workouts and stuff or the exercise rather than, you know, your grip is failing, the bar's slipping in your hands. And so it's definitely important to work on your forearms and your grip. So I'm going to go over a few different forearm workouts and I'll show the video here. So this one, I just stand with the dumbbells by my side, and this is just going through and just doing this over and over again. And I just, you know, you want to do a heavy weight, and I pretty much will go and about 12 reps, sometimes a bit more, and then I'll feel my forearms start to burn, and then I switch to a pronated and I start doing the same thing, and I go for another 12 and my forearms are dead. And I do 4 sets of that, and that's the first one. And then the next forearm exercise I do, and this is actually not just a forearm, it's also like your hand and your grip. And just take those little squeezers, those skull crusher things that, you know, I bought them off Amazon, it's pretty cheap, and just get one that is heavy enough for you. Not one, because mine have gotten to the point where now they're too light. So I could go for 20 reps, so I need to get a bigger one. You want to go for one where you can hit for 12 and then your hand's tired afterwards, and do, you know, 3 to 5 sets of that as well. And then the final forearm exercise. So unfortunately my audio got corrupted for this part of the video, but this one is kind of taking similar to the first forearm workout, where you're kind of doing like forearm curls. Now what I do is I put it over my legs with the dumbbells and then do the same thing, where I do it first with pronated and then next with supinated. And also you can use a barbell for this. In fact, it is probably a bit better, but I just generally like to switch off. One week I will do the barbell, the next week I will do the dumbbell, just for variation's sake. So that's it, the 3 forearm exercises you can do to make your forearms look better. Now, I would actually do my forearm exercises on my leg day. That might be a bit weird, but I think that's just what works best for me. Because then if my forearms aren't too tired on my chest day and my tricep day, or my back and my bi day, I do it on my legs days, so 2 times a week, and that works best for me. So find what works best for you depending on how often you're working out per week. And with that being said, that's it. So hopefully you guys get some bigger forearms and impress the ladies, because they are underrated. It's not just the biceps, it's the forearms too. And in fact, they're a really big portion of it. I've actually heard a decent portion of women that like forearms better than the biceps. But who knows? We'll never understand women, guys. But with that being said, hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something. I hope you guys all have an amazing day. Peace out, boys.